Manchester City 1, Manchester United 1, and we win 7-6 on a penalty shootout. We've actually won a penalty shootout. Come on! And we've got a little trophy to take it away, and we've won a Manchester derby. So, for a little glorified pre-season friendly, we take a little trophy in a Manchester derby win, because you don't pass opportunities up like that, So, I'll be honest, I am over the moon with that result. It's good to be back, it's good to be back. So, we're here with the day after review of the Community Shield final. And it was a great game. I thought it was a great game. Really good to just be back playing a proper football match, because it's sort of the Community Shield sort of in between the pre-season friendly and the actual football season being back. So it's a good sort of just slow introduction back into the footy season. But yeah, I was really happy with the result yesterday. I thought we played quite well, and overall I thought it was a great result. To be United at Wembley, get revenge after what they did to us in the FA Cup final. Absolutely beautiful. And yeah, and I was there as well, so I got to see City lift a trophy at Wembley for the first time in my life, so I was very happy to be there, so I was quite happy with that. Now, time to go through the player ratings of the team, and we're going to start up front with Erling Haaland, who, scored his penalty. He took his penalty really well. I thought it was a great moment between him and Onana, but ultimately, I don't believe he had a shot, did he, in the entire match? I don't recall him actually having a shot, which for Haaland's standards is below poor. Usually it's when he doesn't score that we usually criticise him, but he didn't even have a shot. So yeah, that is just he was not wasn't his game at all by any sort of stretch. But his penalty was really good though. It was a good penalty moment. So as long as he scored that's all that matters. But yeah, on a grand scale, he was not there. It was not a Haaland day. Jeremy Doku, he did good for the 60 minutes he was on. I was quite impressed with him. It was good to see him back, just absolutely running people ragged at the back. It just once he gets that end product properly nailed down, we're in for a treat. But yeah, I've got nothing wrong with how Doku played. I thought Doku was sensational again, just running wild. And Oscar Bob to finish off the front three. Oscar Bob was just sensational. This is his year. And another assist. He's been doing this all pre-season, but now he's got an assist against Man United. Absolutely beautiful. It was a beautiful cross, sensational play, and I think he's got such a future ahead of him. I'm so happy with how he's developed recently. But yeah, Oscar Bob, sensational player. James McAtee and Nico O'Reilly for the two midfielders. They were both pretty good. To say they were two young lads who haven't really played with City much. I think they did really well in midfield. That was if you look at our midfield, we usually have someone like Kev, Phil and Rodri. We have Kovacic, McAtee and O'Reilly. And them three, I thought they did well. It did feel like we were missing something. That was evident and that was clear, obviously, missing such key players. But McAtee and O'Reilly were both sensational players, I thought. I thought they really just took it in their stride. McAtee nearly had a goal when he hit the post. But ultimately, the pair of them were just amazing. I'm so glad to see how they're developing as well. Because I think McAtee and O'Reilly, they're going to really sort of push into the squad this season. Similarly to Bob, who's already sort of made that step up. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that. Mateo Kovacic, then, I just think he's a brilliant player. I think he's going to go... He has gone so under the radar in terms of being an underrated signing. Because honestly, he can do everything, I think. I think he's just such a versatile player to have Kovacic, and he's tremendous. Now, this has got him down as our best player on the pitch, and I can't really argue with that, maybe, because I just think, but he just did the role well. You can't really argue with what he did yesterday. Didn't really stand out, but he was just there, and that's what you need from someone like Kovacic. And the back four, Josko Vardiol, yes, and that makes sense. Josko was on top form again, like he normally is. Very good to see him back, very good to see him playing again, because, Josko's just an amazing player. You can't argue with everything Gvardiol does. Ruben Diaz and Akanji, both, again, perfect centre-halves. Both of them just did decent defensive work, can't really argue. I mean, there were a couple moments, though, where United had golden chances that they wasted. So there were moments where we did get split up at the back. And even for, Garnacho's goal, it was a little bit messy between Diaz and Akanji, you could argue. I don't really know, but it depends how you perceive it. But yeah, it was just a bit of brilliance by Garnacho, to be fair, for their goal. But it did seem like there was a bit of a mess up at the back. However, they took the penalties well, though, Diaz and Akanji, so you can't argue with them both. And then Rico Lewis as well. Rico did a great job, I thought. Did play the entire game at right back, and yeah, absolutely perfect game from Rico. Can't argue with how he played. Good. It's good to see him like being so versatile, like having a good game at right back, and then next game he'll be up like just next to Haaland, being like in a 10 role. So it's unbelievable how versatile Rico is. And then Edison. What can you say? What can you say about him? He just did everything right in that shootout. He saved the Sancho one, put Johnny Evans off, and then scored one. Like, he did everything in the shootout that you can have from a keeper, to be fair, and more. So, yeah, brilliant by Edison. Edison won us that shootout, so can't argue with that. Absolutely tremendous team. And yeah, so I'm over the moon with that. Stats, obviously, pretty evident, really. Sort of like we both had very similar sort of chances. They did miss a couple of big chances, though. They missed a couple of big chances. We dominated more of the ball, as to be expected. But overall, it was quite an evenly matched game, though. That was the thing. But we both had weaker squads. Like, when you break it down, like we both have relatively weaker squads. We did. I mean, ours was more weaker than theirs. I would make a case for when our midfield was McAtee, O'Reilly. They had Rashford, Mason Mount, Casemiro, Manu. Obviously, they have got a few youth academy players. But still, I think we were the slightly weaker squad of the two. And we came out on top. So you can't argue with that, can you? And what a goal. I mean, to be fair, I should go back to the play ratings. I should rate Matheus Nunes, Savio, and Bernardo Silva, because all three of them had something to play. Savinho scored his penalty, Nunes scored his penalty, and Bernardo got the absolute unbelievable equaliser, which, I thought we were dead and buried by that point. I thought we weren't going to come back. I thought the Garnacho goal was the winner. But to score a header like that, Bernardo, after also just absolutely smacking Garnacho off the ball earlier as well, you can't complain. So yeah, maybe Bernardo is man of the match, actually, not Kovacic for me, just for scoring a goal and then also booting Garnacho off the ball. Can't argue with that. It's the passion of a derby. You like to see it sometimes. But yeah, brilliant game. So not too much to really talk about in terms of this one. It's just good to really just good to see the squad back and stuff like that in a semi sort of professional manner. And yeah, can't wait to see how the season goes, really, because it's going to be an interesting season. I'm not sure what to expect, really. It's hard to make predictions at this stage, but it is also hard to make predictions just based on where everyone else is, because in terms of the league, I'm not too sure where it's going to play out, because I'm not sure. Well, I'm not sure how we're going to see United progress. They could push on. You don't know, because they've got a few other signings lined up as well. We need to see how Arne Slot does at Liverpool. I'm interested to see how he's going to kick on at Liverpool, if he's going to progress or anything, or if Liverpool are going to have a significant drop off losing Klopp. Chelsea's another one. Chelsea's just like, you just don't know what to expect. Are they going to be up here or down there? It just depends. They've got a 50-man squad, so you think they'll be up here, but you just don't know. That's the thing. And then and Arsenal, obviously, Arsenal aren't going anywhere. They're still up there. And even Tottenham as well. Like, are they going to push on? Like, under is this Ange's second season? Or is it his second or third season at Tottenham? So I'm interested how they push on. So it is just a gamble. You just don't know how teams are going to start. Even us as well. Like, I'm interested to see how we're going to play, because we've only really got Savinho as the new signing. So it's a relatively similar squad to last year. So it's all just about, I'm interested to see how things are going to play out, and we'll find out over the next few weeks just as the season begins. So that's it for this day after review, really. And yeah, I'll see you for the next one after Chelsea at the weekend. See you later.